I was definitely a very stupid kid, and there was just lots of things I believed in elementary school that blatantly were lies, and I didn't even know at the time. Probably would have believed that you could play as SpongeBob in the new Smash Bros, or you could fuck the Pokemon in the new Pokemon or something, just because somebody had told me about that. But if you guys saw the story where I talked about quote unquote getting drunk off of root beer and I just essentially threw up and I thought that I was drunk, it must have maybe even been placebo or I was just a really, really stupid kid. But this was actually a year earlier. I think I remember saying something about it was in fourth grade when I did the root beer thing. So we're just gonna say it was in third grade. Maybe somebody will correct me in the comments, tell me I was wrong, and it was a year before or after, but I don't really know. But anyway, they basically the kid who had said that you can get drunk off of root beer. A year before that, he told me, "Oh, you can actually get drunk off of beer battered fish." So he was saying that, and I was just saying, "How is that even possible?" He goes, "Well, basically, they put tiny, tiny, tiny trace amounts of beer in the fish, and you just have to eat a lot." And I was like, "How many?" He goes, "Like 3 packages." I went, "3 packages? Okay." Well, I mean, the 10 packages, I mean, 10 fish come in each package. So that would have been about 30 pieces of fish that you'd have to eat, which would have been probably about, I don't know, those fish fillets are about 200 calories each, so that would have been about 6,000 calories, and that's about enough to feed the average adult male for about 3 days. So it's just pretty ridiculous that I believe this kid. So basically, I thought that it was true and everything. And one of the things that I'm sure most people know now, but as a kid I didn't know, basically beer battered fish or beer battered onion rings or beer battered whatever is basically they do put beer in it. We actually made it in culinary arts once, and they did put beer inside of it. But essentially, what they do is they will put the beer in it, but when you put it in the oven or the fryer or the whatever you put it in, basically all the actual alcohol percentage gets cooked off of the food, so you won't get tipsy from eating it or anything. It just doesn't work that way. Basically, it just all gets cooked off of it, and it just leaves the taste of beer on there, so that essentially you taste the beer, but you won't get drunk. So basically, after hearing that, I took probably all my allowance was about $50 or so, and I walked down to the local store, and I purchased 3 packages of beer battered fish, and I just told my parents, "Oh, this is dinner for the next few days." "Oh, I'm glad you're eating fish." Okay, so then essentially what I did was I just waited until they went to bed to start the fish adventure. So I preheated the oven. I put them all on a big ass pan and put them in for like 20 minutes, which might have burned them, but I don't know. It was just a lot of fish. So basically, I ate one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. I'm just fucking around, but basically, I just ate one. Nothing really happened. Two, nothing. Three, I started to feel my stomach started to hurt a tiny, tiny bit, maybe because I was eating too fast. And 6 fish later, my stomach sort of did hurt a little bit, and I was like, "It's working! I'm getting drunk!" And then I finished 10. My stomach started to really hurt, and I didn't even know. I thought that that's what drunk was, because I googled what does drunk feel like, and basically some people had said, well, part of it is a warm feeling in the stomach. So I sort of thought, it's working. I'm feeling something. So then I pretty much just kept eating and eating and eating and eating. And then I finally finished all 30, and my stomach really hurt, and I was like, I'm fucking drunk. Sound like Eric Cartman. I was just saying that, and I thought that's what I was, and I thought that I was wasted out of my mind, but it excuse me, sorry. It turns out I wasn't at all or anything, and I pretty much just same thing happened. I just threw up, and then I was like, "Whoa, part of being drunk," and yeah, that is pretty much all. I told the guy about it, and he was like, "Oh, cool, you did, it worked, huh?" But yeah, that is pretty much the story of how I tried to get myself drunk off a beer battered fish, and I might have had a placebo thinking I was. So that is pretty much the end of the story, and I hope you guys enjoyed and have a good one.